Imagine walking down your street tomorrow morning and finding all the stray dogs gone. Sounds peaceful, right? Or does it feel empty? Because whether we admit it or not, those wagging tails and hungry eyes have been part of our lives, our neighborhoods, our chai breaks. But what happens when compassion collides with safety and the law becomes the referee? The Supreme Court of India has just revisited its stance on stray dogs. Sterilize, vaccinate, and return, not relocate. So, why this sudden move? What does it mean for your safety, your society, and maybe even your conscience? Let's talk about that. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why this isn't about dogs, it's about us. India is home to over 1.5 crore stray dogs. We have all heard the headlines: dog bites, rabies, attacks on children. And in panic, some local bodies started relocating dogs to other areas. Seems like a quick fix, right? But here's a twist: that's illegal. The Supreme Court reaffirmed that under the Animal Birth Control Dogs Rules of 2001, the only legal solution is sterilization, vaccination, and returning the dogs to the same locality. This isn't a random idea, it's grounded in science, law, and ethics. Relocation often leads to territorial fights, more bites, and believe it or not, an increase in stray population elsewhere. Law isn't about removing problems, it's about managing them wisely. Let me share a story. A friend of mine from Kerala told me about a time when all the stray dogs in his area were picked up overnight after a series of bite cases. For a week, the entire streets were empty, but within 2 months, new dogs appeared, aggressive, unvaccinated, and completely unfamiliar with humans there. What was missing? A plan. That's when I realized this isn't just about dogs, it's about cycles. Life teaches us this, doesn't it? You can't solve deep problems with shortcuts. You can hide pain, but what if you don't heal the wound? It comes back worse. Our neighborhoods, our communities work the same way. So, what exactly did the Supreme Court say? Here's the essence: sterilization and vaccination first. Municipal bodies must create proper animal birth control or ABC programs. Return to original locality. Dogs cannot be relocated unless they are terminally ill or rabid. Involve RWAs and NGOs. Welfare associations can't take law into their own hands. They must work with local authorities. Penalty for illegal removal. If you remove or kill strays, you can face action under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act of 1960 and even the IPC. One landmark judgment to quote is Animal Welfare Board of India versus People for Elimination of Stray Troubles, a 2016 case. The Supreme Court then held dogs have a right to live under Article 21. Yes, the right to life extends beyond humans. And now, in 2025, the court's message is clear. Don't shift the problem, solve it where it starts. If you're thinking, what about safety? That's exactly why sterilization and vaccination are key. Studies show that sterilized dogs are less aggressive and obviously can't reproduce. It's control without cruelty. So, what can you do? Step 1. Report, don't relocate. If strays in your area aren't sterilized, inform your municipal vet department. Step 2. Support ABC drives. NGOs like Blue Cross, CUPA and local welfare groups need volunteers and donors. Step 3. Be rabies safe. Educate your family about what to do after a bite. Carry the helpline numbers for anti-rabies clinic. Step 4. Encourage community feeding. Controlled feeding spots reduce fights and aggression. And remember, filing a complaint against an RWA for illegal dog removal is completely legal. Because the law protects balance, not chaos. When I read this judgment, I ask myself, why do we always seek a removal over resolution? Stray dogs, traffic, and even people in our lives. We think if I move this away, my world becomes better. And does it? Or does a new problem replace the old one? True growth, whether in society or self, is about management, not elimination. It's about harmony, and maybe, just maybe, the law reminds us that compassion isn't weakness, it's a strategy. So, next time you see a stray, don't just see a problem. See a system that needs your voice. Share this video with your RWA group, your neighbors, your friends. Because law works only when people do. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think returning sterilized dogs to the same area is the right move? Or should relocation be allowed for safety? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll reply to as many as I can. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like, subscribe and tap the bell icon because every week we break down the law in a way that makes sense. Until next time, stay informed, stay compassionate and remember the law is not just about rules. It's a mirror who we choose to be. Take care. Bye.